Over the last few months, Thomas, Toby, Stanley, Rosie and Mavis had moved to Edward's Line due to the Farquhar branch line being upgraded for Sir Robert Normanby's new engine, Geoffrey. Toby was enjoying the change the most out of all the engines, as the harbour at Brendam reminded him of the old days when he used to work at Great Yarmouth Harbour on the mainland, in the time before he came to Sodor. Toby liked seeing all the ships that pulled in and out of the port with their many loads from far and wide, and he would often see Bill and Ben coming from the nearby clay pits. "Hello, Toby," they often chimed. Edward and Gordon warned Toby about the likes of Bill and Ben, but he couldn't see anything wrong with them. They seemed like nice engines, he thought. One day, Toby puffed into the harbour with some empty trucks. As he neared one of the sidings, he saw BoCo scolding at the twins. Toby was shocked. "What are you doing?" he said crossly. "Oh, Toby, save us. This green diesel is bullying us." "No, I'm not," scolded BoCo. "You two played a trick on me by giving me the wrong train. Now I'm late, and the name is BoCo to you two." "But we didn't," replied Bill sadly. "Your train is at the back." "Oh, don't you two go and play the victim here. A word of warning, Toby, don't listen to them. They are terrors. Disgraceful behaviour, I say." "Exactly." "By you," scolded Toby. BoCo was shocked. "Me?" "Yes, you," said Toby. "I have the utmost trust in Bill and Ben, and far more so than I do in you, so don't go bullying these two ever again." BoCo fumed, and he rolled away with his train. "Him a wise old tram engine. He'll see himself as nothing but an old fool once he sees the true colours of those two," he muttered. Later that day, Toby talked to Bill and Ben. "Thank you for saving us, Toby," said Bill. "That nasty BoCo has always been a big bully to us." "Yeah," added Ben. "One time he took our China K trucks without asking, and he refused to get them back to us." "You don't say," gasped Toby. "That's not right at all." "Yeah, but we got you to help us," smiled Ben. For a few days, Toby was helping out at the harbour, shunting trucks here and there into various sidings. He interacted with the twins whenever they came to the harbour, and so far they haven't played any tricks on him. This caused Toby to begin to trust them more and more. One day, the twins puffed into the harbour as usual with their load of China clay. They shunted their trucks into their sidings and went away to rest. But the twins began to feel bored. "When do we start work again?" grouched Bill. "I don't know," sighed Ben, "but I don't want to idly sit here in the hot baking sun waiting." "Hello, Toby. Lovely day we're having." "That was a lovely line of trucks you shunted." "Oh, why, thank you," replied Toby proudly. "They're for BoCo to take." "They're not for him. Those are for us. That BoCo, always taking our trades. Good thing we're here to claim them before he does." "Thank you, Toby," replied Bill. "Oh, all right. Well, your train awaits." And so Bill and Ben coupled to the trucks. The guard blew his whistle and they both puffed away with BoCo's train. Just then BoCo arrived. "Have you seen my train, Toby?" "You're too late to steal their train again. Bill and Ben have already taken it." "Their train? Their train?" spluttered BoCo. "That was mine." "Who said it was yours, eh?" "I did," replied a stern-sounding voice. It was the dock manager. "That train that those two scamps took was actually for BoCo. Now there's not even another train for a while." But, I trusted them." He felt very hurt. "Told you," scolded BoCo crossly. "They steal my trains away all the time because they're too impatient to wait until they have other work. They haven't played any tricks on you before now because they wanted to build your trust and abuse it to serve their own silly interests. Now I don't have anything to pull." Toby didn't say another word, and he puffed sadly away. He parked himself into a siding tucked away between a few buildings. "What an old fool I've been," he sighed. "All the other engines try to warn about those two, and instead I naively placed too much faith in them, and not enough trust in the others. I'm a very silly engine." Meanwhile, BoCo was shunting some trucks around the harbour yard. He was still cross that Toby had given the twins his train from earlier. "Shitty tram engine."
"Oh, come now," replied Edward. "What's so silly about Toby?"
Then BoCo told him about everything that had happened.
"Oh, BoCo, you shouldn't have lost your temper like that. It was silly for Toby to trust him, but how could he be expected to know any better? He has never met them before, ever, and his only crime was being too kind for his own good. We all make mistakes, BoCo. May I remind you about the story of yourself and the brake tender?"
BoCo felt very embarrassed and ashamed of himself. "This is my last lot. After this I'll go find Toby." Toby was in the yard, still feeling sad. A workman then spotted him and said,
"Toby, Bill and Ben are out of water and are stuck on the hill. Can you push them to the next station, please?"
"Why should I help those two when they betrayed my trust and played their trick on me? They can be left stuck up there for all I care," replied Toby crossly. "I know you're upset with them, Toby, but that goods train they're holding needs to be delivered to the mainland. Otherwise the people there will be cross about the delay." Toby knew that his driver was right, and he puffed away. He soon arrived, and the twins were relieved. But Toby was still in a bad mood. "I'm not at all happy by your hurtful trick, Bill and Ben, but I'm still here to help. Not for your sake, mind you, but for the train.
Toby buffered up to the train and he puffed and pushed and puffed and pushed as hard as he could, but with the weight of the train and the twins, Toby couldn't push it at all.
Oh dear,
He sighed.
have no fear, Toby. BoCo is here. BoCo? But I thought you were cross with me. I was, replied BoCo, but it would make me realise that you only had good intentions at heart, and couldn't have been expected to take everyone's word in blind faith about Bill and Ben's true nature, after having only just met them. It's just like how I thought I could trust myself without that brake tender of mine, and ignored everyone's warning about my actions then too. Sometimes there are some lessons you just have to learn the hard way, no matter how much others try to help. I'm sorry for yelling at you, and I'm sorry for not trusting you.
Soon the two engines pushed Bill, Ben, and the heavy train up the hill. When they pulled in, the station master was waiting for them. The manageress of the clay pits called. She said she will see you two later. Then he went towards Toby and BoCo. BoCo, can you please take the train for them?
Yes, sir. After all, this train was for me originally.
And Toby, since Bill and Ben can't take any China clay trains for the time being, the manageress wants you to take them.
Yes, sir,
replied Toby, and so the two engines went about their work. Meanwhile, the manageress spoke to the twins. You two should feel ashamed. Not only do you keep playing your tricks, but this time you took advantage of the trust that kind old Toby placed in you both, which you will never have again. You will remain in your shed until you can show you will behave from now on. Yes, Mom.